Today, Hideo Kojima wants you to know he's thinking about some weird shit. This is CheckPoint. Welcome to CheckPoint. We've all taken up birdwatching this week due to the stress.
I saw 6 crows.
I saw 12 crows.
I saw a further 9 crows.
Then the crone was right. We're doomed.
Notorious weirdo Hideo Kojima says that he wants to be even weirder, but he just can't do it. In an interview with GQ where he discusses grappling with his own mortality during the COVID lockdown, so, it's a real light read, he laments that he thought, once he went independent with Kojima Productions, that he'd be able to really get out there with his ideas. But now that he's actually in charge of this company, he's realized, oh no, if the game is too weird, it might not sell, and if it doesn't sell, we'll go bankrupt, and then all these people are relying on me for their jobs. Continuing, I know all the staff. I know the families of the staff. I have this burden on my shoulders. It's both somewhat encouraging, but also a little sad that Kojima doesn't necessarily feel limited by his audience or by publishers, but by the responsibilities of a management role. On the other hand, it's absolutely fucking clown town that he thinks that Death Stranding 2 wasn't weird enough.
Hitman World of Assassination revealed a new elusive target at Summer Game Fest. You can now pit Agent 47 against famed James Bond villain LeChiffre in a casino-themed scenario. Videogames Chronicle excerpted some comments by IO Interactive's Martin Onsdahl, senior-level designer on Hitman, which we here at CheckPoint thought were very illuminating. Quote, I think that's the thing, said Onsdahl. Hitman is such a unique IP, and the reason why it has this staying power is because it is unique. The kind of unique game that has the player hunting and killing characters dreamt up by other people, who appeared in media written by other people, played by other people. Unique. You can have an experience in Hitman that you can't have in any other game. He's right. I can't think of another game in which you kill James Bond villains. Except for this one. Oh, and this one. And this one. Okay, it isn't all just shooting, guys. The new mission features another experience you can't have in any other game. Poker! Agent 47 can play poker against LeChiffre as part of the assassination plans. Quote, it establishes a promise. It's a promise to the player, right? You're not going to have a Hitman mission where you can't participate in what's going on. Though, at Summer Game Fest, Mads Mikkelsen did say on stage that this time LeChiffre is not going to be beaten at poker. Does this mean that as Agent 47 you can play all the poker you want, but you just can't win? If so, that definitely sounds like you can't participate in what's going on.
Last December, we reported that voice actors were refusing to work on the new Call of Duty game because Treyarch wouldn't promise that they wouldn't make AI duplicates of their voices. There's also a Gen AI zombie Santa with 6 fingers going around, but the wider story was on the ongoing strike by the Sag-Aftra video game performers, specifically regarding worker protection in a new era of AI slop. That strike's been going on since July 2024, but just this week, the union announced a tentative deal. According to the announcement from Sag-Aftra president and 90s sitcom superstar Fran Drescher, the needle has been moved forward and we are much better off than before. As soon as this is ratified, we're going to roll up our sleeves and begin to plan the next negotiation. Every contract is a work in progress, and progress is the name of the game. So close, Ms. Drescher. The name of the game is actually just The Game, and sadly, y'all lost. And if you don't get that joke, just go find anyone old enough to have watched The Nanny during its original run. Now, while Drescher's statement strikes a note of resolved and continued struggle for gamers and hopefully also for performers, this is a moment of victory. Now we can look forward to voice actors getting back to working with Activision, Blindlight, Disney, EA, Epic Games, Formosa Interactive, Insomniac, Take-Two, and Warner Brothers. That's quite a wide variety of new damage grunts and victory cheers for us to enjoy. Yippee! Wait, give me one more take. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Nice on!
You ever wonder why BioWare games are so bad now? Bloomberg's Jason Schreier looked into it, and the result is an article titled Inside the Dragon Age Debacle That Gutted EA's BioWare Studio. And it makes a detailed and compelling argument that BioWare's decade of disappointing to disastrous games is the result of EA's mismanagement. Schreier interviewed both current and former staff, as well as industry experts, and the article describes a BioWare whose once prestigious reputation is badly tarnished and whose future is murky. It's not quite ProPublica, but it's good, and if you have 10 minutes, you should give it a read. But what's really baffling is the way this article is being presented by Bloomberg. What the fuck is this? Bloomberg has begun prefacing articles with takeaways, short summaries prepared by Bloomberg AI. In 3 wordy and misleading paragraphs, Bloomberg has undercut its own product. Don't you want people to read the article? That's where the ads are, man! Worse yet, these aren't even good summaries. The first one is just wrong. Veilguard's failure to meet its sales goals didn't directly lead to the drop in EA share prices. Underperformance of several titles during the 2024 holiday season contributed to that. Didn't you read the article? The second is one sentence that's over 50 words long. The text being summarized has mostly been summarized by turning the full stops into commas and deleting the M dashes, probably because those are considered to be LLM tells. The third summary is the most accurate, but that's because it just directly pulls a sentence from a paragraph near the end of the article. Good job, plagiarism machine. This would get an undergraduate expelled on the spot. Let's spend another $90 billion developing this incredible technology. Of course, the other 2 takeaways are ads. So good job keeping your eyes on the prize, Bloomberg. You enshittified an article about enshittification. I knew I should have chosen the red ending.
Do you think an AI could correctly summarize CheckPoint?
I doubt it. I think it would run out of synonyms for self-satisfied.
I knew all those YouTube comments were written by AI. Coming up, Embracer Group CEO Lars Wingfors has done such a bad job running the group that the board is not only firing him, but they're giving him the chair.
It's not that kind of chair.
What, like the executive chair?
Yeah.
On the board?
Yes.
Oh. 4 people wrote 4 stories this week. Mm-hmm. Nelson wrote the story that made you all lose the game, the Friend story.
Yeah, Cameron wrote the one that that hurts you all with how bad AI has gotten.
Well,
that could be any story.
But that's not, I mean, that's also Nelson's story. But I would say that's not that AI made BioWare bad. It was that EA.
Oh, yeah.
Different 2-letter acronym.
Exactly, yeah.
Ruined BioWare.
Yeah.
But the AI just ruined the Bloomberg article.
Yeah.
And
which I guess is a lesser crime overall.
Well, I mean, it's all evil.
Just click through and read articles, you know.
Yeah, I don't understand, because, like, Cameron raises a very good point. Like, aren't in the middle of the article where the ads are?
Yeah, and it's short to read. It was like 10 minutes, as he put it, to read. And it's like, you got time. You got time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay to spend 10 minutes doing something. My God. You wrote the story on Agent 47.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah. And Graham wrote the story on Death Stranding.
Yeah.
But he had me in mind to read it,
yeah.
I think.
I think you're probably right. I like that we're getting new little details. We found new little details to work into the story about Kojima being like, man, I'm going to die someday. And it's kind of like, yeah, this has been great grist for the mill. Thanks, Kojima.
I sympathize with Kojima.
We're all going to die someday, yeah.
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 The end comes for us all. Mm-hmm. The crone told us.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're doomed.
You wrote that. I didn't even write that.
It's probably fair to say that, that it's like I was the one who was the malcontent this time. If you're looking to, earn a little karma on the way out the door, patreon.com/loadingreadyrun. We do appreciate every time you guys support us. And also on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/LRRVG is where you find this and a bunch of other video game content we make. And you can become a member of that channel. And the people who are currently members of that channel, their names are coming on just after this. We'll see you later.
Bye, everybody.
We're doomed!